Due to time constraints, I'm going to focus on the core components of virtual venue. And I'm going to start this demonstration by showing virtual venues portal. So portal is the gateway into the system where the map is front and center, providing you with a very visual information of where something is happening related to the events of your organization. So in a glance, you'll have a full picture of your operations. This is not a static map, of course. You can zoom in, you can pan, and you can even customize the look and feel of the map by choosing between a light theme, a dark theme, or a satellite view. You can also interact with the markers that represent buildings or infrastructures that are assigned as relevant for one or multiple events. So, for example, by clicking here, I can see that this is London Stansted Airport and that it is expected to be used during Euro 2020 tournament. On the left side, you'll find the list of events. By default, we are only showing the currently active events that have the higher probability of being the most relevant, but you can explore previous events with the flick of a switch on top. For each event, you can immediately see the start and end date. And again, to keep giving you visual clues over the information, we show the logo of the event to help you find the information that you need. So this is the starting point. So it's very high level information, but you can then start drilling down into more contextualized views. So I will go into Euro 2020. Now in the map, I can see all the cities where Euro is going to happen in some shape or form. And in the left, you can see the list of venues and how many buildings or sites are included in each city for this event. I can still search for a specific city here on top, or even filter cities that have a specific type of building. You can go into a city either by clicking in a marker on the map or by clicking in the list. So I will go into Baku to contextualize the information a bit more. Okay, so here we are in Baku in the context of Euro 2020. I'm currently focused on Baku Olympic Stadium. You can zoom out to see all the available sites in the venue. And once you start zooming in, the map will show you more detail of the buildings. On the left side, you can see the weather conditions on site right now, and also the timeline of the event where milestones will appear, like site visits or asset delivery to the sites. In the bottom panel, you can switch between different buildings in the venue, and you can use the navigator on the right to switch between different floors. As you can probably tell, I'm only seeing the blueprint of each floor, but I can turn on other layers of information to show on top of the blueprints. So keys are the functional allocation of each of the rooms in the building as selected by you for this event. Zoning is where you can find different major areas of the site, like security perimeters. Flows are assigned pathways in the building, for example, to design the team's access to the pitch. Dots are used to point precise locations, for example, of security personnel or checkpoints. Labels are used to just drop free text on top of the map to add more information to the user. And 360 panoramas that will allow you to see inside the stadium in beautiful 360-degree photography. You can also turn on or off the overview of the venue to have a more detailed look into the surroundings of the buildings. You have the same layers of information outside of the site, like keys, zones, dots, and flows. You don't need to know each color code by heart because the information is always available with a click of the mouse. So you can click on any element in the map and some information will be given. For example, if I want to know which facility this is, I can just click on it and the system will show me a card with some information like the functional allocation, the project teams that have access to it, dimensions and documentation. If a 360 picture is available, I can even choose to go inside the room and see how it looks in real life. Okay, so I'm now given an interactive 360 view of the room. I can pan around, I can zoom out, I can zoom in, and this is very fast and easy to use. I'm still given some context of where I am in this small map in the corner. This is an interactive map. I can expand it. And from here, I can even jump to anywhere in the site where a 360 picture is available. So for example, here, I can see a 360 view of the pitch. And I can even jump to a different floor and see, for example, a 360 view of the pitch from the stands. All these 360 pictures can be easily updated by you with any 360 camera, even the ones that you plug into your smartphone. And you can easily create or update existing ones simply by clicking on the map and uploading a file. Given the sensibility of a detailed view inside the site, the 360 pictures can be restricted per team so that someone only sees exactly what they should see. In fact, all the information of the system can be properly restricted. So we see this as a tool that you can and should share with local authorities, club owners, or broadcasters, allowing everyone to work on top of the same live information. I think we could happily stay in 360 mode all day, but let's get back in the map by pressing close and explore it a bit more. So like I showed you, you can customize what you are seeing. You don't need to see all the information at the same time. You can toggle layers on and off in any combination that you want. And you can even decide to filter the information on the map, for example, by searching for a specific key. The map updates, and now I only see the facilities with that key allocation. There are also some tools available here on Portal. For example, you can take simple measurements like the length, or by closing a shape, the area, and the perimeter. You can also generate a printable version of the stadium. So by pressing here, you can adjust what you want to print. You can resize the printing area and then generate a PDF to have access to the information of the site in a more traditional and offline way. And these are the highlights of Portal, and I'm now going to switch to a different part of the system. So from Portal, I can go into Manager. So Manager is an administrator tool where you can create, edit, and set up relations between different business entities. I will give a quick overview of what's available here. So you can expand the left menu to see which option is which. And starting here in teams, you can see the list of competing teams, domestic or national, and even in different sports like football or futsal. So venues are the different cities available in the system. Again, we always try to show you only relevant information that is connected to active events, but you can always toggle the full view of the information with a switch. A searching tool is also provided in each screen to help you find exactly the information that you need. Site types are different types of buildings that you can load into Virtual Venue, like stadiums, airports, or hospitals. Sites are buildings or infrastructures. This is where you can create and connect a building of a certain type to a venue. Projects are the project teams, so the different business areas that will interact with the event, like accreditation, security, or broadcasters. Layers is where you easily set up the slices of information for each floor of a building or the overview. Like I showed you in Portal, you have different kind of layers to store specific types of information, and you can even customize the look and feel of each of the elements in the map. Keys are all the types of functional location that can be assigned to a room in the stadium. And here you can also assign project teams to each type of facility. Competitions is self-explanatory. And finally, in the events is where you set up all the events of your competitions. This is where you connect an event with the venue, site, keys, and projects. And this is a quick overview of Manager. I'm going to jump back to Portal. So from Portal, I can also jump into another tool of the ecosystem. So by pressing the edit keys allocation, I can go to Designer directly into the site that I am currently exploring. So Designer is a simplified mapping tool where, without a very deep technical knowledge, you can draw, edit, or remove elements in the map and configure the properties of each feature. You can see that I immediately have the same view of the building, providing a consistent experience and familiarity with the map. Just like in Portal, I can go into the building. I can navigate between different floors of the site, and I can toggle on or off different layers of information. I can also click on an element in the map, and I can see all the properties of this facility. I also have access to the edit tool, and in edit mode, I can reshape the room as I see fit, and I can change any property of the room, like the location or documentation. Designer can also be used to add elements to the map. So for example, I can use this simple point and click tool to shape a room here. I can then select the allocation of the room and any other information that I need. I press save, and the room is now created and available throughout the system. I can also remove elements from the map that no longer make sense. So for example, the facility that I just created, I can just choose to remove it, and the facility is now gone. So I showed you going into Designer from a stadium, but Designer is also available here on the list of apps. And if you choose to go to Designer from here, you will find a list of venues that you can then search and edit the buildings in it. And this is a quick overview of the core of Virtual Venue. A lot more is available in the full solution, but this is all the time that we have for now. So thanks, everyone.